Well, good morning, Dotties with Travels viewers. It is Sunday, the 14th of July, a beautiful day in northern New Mexico, and we have an adventure today for you. The first step is I'm going to make a right here, and I'm going to travel 7.5 miles into Cimarron Canyon, and I'm going to pick up my friends, YouTubers, Sally Forth and Shalom on the Roam, and that's Sally and Donna, and we're going to reverse course. Well, first we're going to go, and we're not reversing course, I'm sorry. We're going to go to the town of Cimarron, and we are going to check out a very famous hotel that, because it was along the Santa Fe Trail, had extremely famous Western figures stay at the hotel, and there are tons of artifacts there. There is a stunning, I found to be a stunning museum. And there's lots of things to see in this little town, and we're gonna have a brunch, and we're gonna have a wonderful time. But that's not all. Yeah, that's right, that's not all. Afterwards, we are gonna head back this way, and depending on how early it is, because we have to be somewhere, we have to be back at Coyote Creek, all the way back there at 4 o'clock. But if we're early, we'll either stop at one of the Cimarron State Park places, maybe along the river, maybe we'll go back to my RV resort, maybe we'll go to Story Lake State Park. We'll find something to do until we need to be at a special event in Coyote Creek State Park. And that is at 4 o'clock. We're getting together, and we're celebrating the 66th birthday of Debra Dickinson, author Debra Dickinson, and we'll be joined by Frugal RV Gal. So it's going to be a gathering of 5 YouTubers that I'm sure you all enjoy. And we're going to have a birthday party. And then after that, I'll reverse course again. I'll drive them back to their campground, Donna and Sally, and then I'll go back to Eagle Nest and call it a day. And I hope you're enjoying this drive. Cimarron Canyon is no joke here. It is beautiful. And the further we get in, the more like super obvious canyon like it gets. And I think you're really going to enjoy this. I know there was another video where I showed it, but this is worth showing again. You are gonna love the view out the window. And I didn't do an internal view too, because I don't want a square inch of your screen of this drive covered by anything, because I just love it so much. Trying to get it level. It's hard to get it perfectly level, but I guess it's level enough, isn't it? And guys, I'm speeding a little bit. I need to bring I didn't realize it. I need to bring my speed down a little bit, be a little safer. So you might have caught, at least in a short, that I talked about having a leak, a water leak in my rig, and I thought I solved it, but it didn't. And it seemed to be, it's like, it was really hard to determine where this stuff was leaking from, because it wasn't a fast leak. It wasn't like a leak you could see in here, but you had to feel around for it. And I was beginning to get kind of frustrated. And so I decided, you know what, I need professional help. And I was trying to find, I did find, and for those of you that are ever in Eagle Nest, there is Golden Eagle RV Park. It's the first big one you see as you come into town if you're coming from Angel Fire from that direction. and one of the owners is an RV tech, and he will come out and help you, not for free, of course, but I called him because I wasn't sure if someone told me they used to do mobile tech. I don't know if they still do, so I called just to ask on Saturday, and he said, yeah, I asked where I was. I said I'm at Weathers RV Park, and I expected him to make an appointment for someday next week, and he said, I'll be right out. And I'm like, you'll be right out? It's like 5 o'clock on a Saturday. And he came out, and here's what I discovered a few things that I think are important. One, I spent really good money on this pressure regulator, and I'm going to put it up there. And it was the second one of these I bought, because the first one seemed to fail on me after about a year in terms of I couldn't really set the pressure. Well, on this one, it's fairly new. I set the pressure at 60 psi. And when he was on the phone talking to me, he mentioned that is really known for high water pressure. And after I got off the phone, I went and checked. It was over 70 psi. 70. So it hadn't held the pressure I set it at. And when he came out, he looked at my setup and he said, in particular, all the lines coming in and out of the back of the water heater were inexpensive plastic fittings. And he said, this is the majority of your problem here. One is that the high pressure exacerbated maybe a very minor problem into a major one for you. And what I'd like to do is come out. He was going to come out the next day, today, Sunday. He was going to come out. And I said, well, I'm going to be not there Sunday. He said, I'll come out Monday morning, and we will refit everything with brass fittings so this does not happen to you again. And let me tell you about pressure regulators. He says, I have my shop in town here where I sell RV supplies, and I was selling pressure regulators, the inexpensive kind, that's a fixed regulation at between 45 and 50 PSI with no settings, then the one that you have. And I stopped selling the one that you have because there were so many complaints and it was so expensive. And I'm telling you, my experience is go for the cheap one. In fact, follow me back and I will sell you a cheap one and just swap it out right away. And that's what I did. It was only a mile or so away. So I followed him back, got it, attached it, and chunked that, quote, expensive one. So that's what I learned. So he's going to come Monday. And by the way, yes, I shut all my water off before I left today. So there's no water pressure in the rig. So, and how bad was the leak? Maybe you're thinking. Well, it's bad enough so, after I take a shower, about 15 minutes later, there's a puddle in the kitchen on the floor that is maybe, a foot in diameter. So it's not serious leaking, right? But it's, and he looked and he said, this has been a problem for you for a long time, and you probably haven't noticed it because, you've got a little water damage on the flooring inside your cabinet, so it's hidden, and it's not major, but you've been having slow leaks here with this plumbing for a very long time, and it's time to upgrade and fix it. So I'm really grateful to find him, and I promised I'd give him a shout out, and here's information on the screen about how to contact them. I had done a video on their RV park last year, mostly because I think I had some dealing with them about something. I wanted to buy something from their shop, and I was asking about I couldn't get packages. The post office would not take Amazon packages. There were no mail services anywhere near. And and she said his wife, I believe, and I'll make sure they're husband and wife. I'm pretty sure they are. I should have asked yesterday. She said, we'd be happy to take your packages for you. Just give me your number. I'll call you when they come in. And I'm like, how much can I pay? They wouldn't take any money. So the whole time I was in the area, they took my packages. So I did a very nice, I didn't do a full tour of the campground. But I stood out front, showed it, and talked about how wonderful they were. And so you might beg the question, well, why are you staying at Weathers RV Park and not staying at there? Well, my Weathers was attractive to me for a couple of reasons. One is, by coincidence, my dear friends David and Regina had stayed there the year before, and they raved about it. In particular, the wonderful views of the lake. Now, Golden Eagle doesn't have direct views of the lake. They're on the other side of the street. They're not on the lake side. I had also heard other people talk about how great Weathers was. So I decided, I didn't put a ton of thought into it. I decided to stay there. And the other thing is, I felt like I had this sense, and I'm going to try to alleviate this concern right now that I had. It seemed to be very close together, rigs packed in pretty tight at Golden Eagle. And that's true. I mean, there's no way you can look at that and not come to that conclusion. But as I pulled up yesterday, I saw something that I've seen many times as I've pulled up there. Is there's a little stage by the main, and there's a restaurant on site, right? And there's a little stage, and there was a couple people playing guitar in an audience. And I realized that the socialization, and if you're into meeting new people and socializing and hanging out with people you necessarily have not met yet, probably Golden Eagle is the park for you. So in response to this really great service they're giving me for helping me with my leak, I'm going to do a more in-depth review of their RV park, and with emphasizing the things that I'm now seeing about it that are causing me to think differently about staying there. So we are about to arrive where they are, and since this is a pretty real-time video, before I get there, I'm actually going to turn this off now, and because it's real time and I don't want to disclose their real-time location. So when we're on our way back, well, we have arrived here in Cimarron at the famous St. James Motel. And we'll see later. We're going to get something to eat, but when we tour the hotel, it'll be something pretty special. I did a video on it last year, so I'll do another one so you don't have to hunt back for it. Restaurant and bar will be closed Tuesday through Wednesday. We open Tuesday through Monday, 11 to 7. Thursday through Monday, 11 to 7.
You said Tuesday. Sorry. Okay. And this is Sunday, so we should be good.
All right. Here's the lobby, and I will do a more thorough thing later. So this is the restaurant. We're the first ones in. They open at 11. And it's pretty cool. Nice bar. And check out the outdoor area. It's pretty big. And this looks like maybe a private room you can rent for a big party. Look at that. Very nice. So this is my BLT, and this is how it looks. And Sally has a
Adult grilled cheese.
adult. What is the difference? Would a child be smaller?
It's 3 different kinds of cheese. I don't see any bacon though. You see any bacon in there?
I don't see bacon. They missed the bacon.
Yeah.
That was a special order. And this is just plain cheese quesadillas?
Yeah. With sour cream and salsa.
All right. And fries came with that? Yep, what we're looking at are bullet holes in the ceiling from way back. I hope you saw those holes in the ceiling. It might be hard to see on the video. So I had to mute this because there was music in the lobby that would get a copyright hit for me. So I'm in the editing room and doing this voiceover. And I just wanted to see the various things that they have in the lobby and what the lobby looks like. There's nothing of particular note here, but it's this is the I think this is this is the front desk where you check in, and when we head up the stairs here, we can switch over because I think we'll be out of shot. I think we're out of earshot of the copyright music playing in the lobby if we're going to the second floor. And the first one is Wade Phillips. Stayed in this room. Here I am. And here we have the poker room. And H19 William F. Cody stayed here. Now we have Zane Grey. And yes, you can rent these rooms. Remington, H24. And Fred Lambert, the sheriff, Lincoln County, I believe. No, Tombstone, sorry, Tombstone. Sorry, Fred. I hate to get my history wrong. Fred was shot and killed accidentally by one of the cowboys in Tombstone. Annie Oakley. This is her room. Oh, that's still Annie Oakley's room. And here's the Wyatt Earp room. Isn't that great? I won't step in, but I'll put the camera in. Show you where Wyatt slept. Hi. And Mary Lambert? Mary Lambert was here. That's fascinating. And that's Storage. Storage slept here. If you guys have ever heard of Storage, very famous.
Every hotel has them.
Yeah, he stayed at every hotel ever. So those are the famous rooms where these characters back in the day, in the heyday of the Santa Fe Trail, that's where they stayed. I find it very exciting. I hope you do too. And we'll take one more look around the lobby here and then we're done. Oh, there are other rooms here that I missed. Pancho Greco. And Bat Mattressing from the Wyatt Earp's friend. And I believe this is the last one, Jesse James, last but certainly not least, Mr. Jesse James. And this is where he stayed. So lots of interesting stuff on the walls here for sure. So this is haunted, so it's a good idea when you're through here and you pass somebody, just to stick your finger out and make sure your finger doesn't go through them. Okay,
here, let me try that.
Flesh and blood. You know, the person that stayed in the most hotels I've ever seen is this one, Storage. Whoever that is, yeah.
Storage has done a lot of hotels.
A lot of traveling.
Yeah.
I wanted to. And here we are outside. And I wanted to get you a nice outside look at the hotel. It's I like the way it looks a lot, quite a bit. We got turned around here as soon as I safely crossed the street. And there it is, guys. The St. James Hotel. So I'm sitting waiting for my friends to join me outside the St. James Hotel in Cimarron. And as I'm sitting here, I wasn't going to film, but I sat back here on the porch. Let me show you. And I'm just looking at the traffic coming by, people walking by, and you know what I realized? It's very likely that the likes of Wyatt Earp and Jesse James and Bat Masterson sat in this very spot doing the very same thing. It's kind of cool. So we're now on the walking tour, and this is stop number 1 on the Cimarron walking tour. This is the site of Lucian Maxwell's mansion. He owned over 1.7 million acres, and he built his mansion on this site. And 1858. He's a key figure in history in this area. He was involved in a big part of the Jesse James, or excuse me, Billy the Kid story. I believe Billy the Kid was actually killed on a property that a home that Lucian owned, not this one, but I believe one in a different part of New Mexico. I knew the answer to where recently, but not today. I can't remember. But I believe that location was pretty close to Lincoln. And we have some kind of sign here that looks interesting. Oh, walking tour right there.
Well, it looks like it's locking. Is that open?
It's locked.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's locked. Huh. But here's a life size. You are here.
Oh, there's a historical sign back there even.
And there's a site out here. Come out here, check out over there. There's shaded picnic tables and benches. Look at this. Dottie, what do you think about like walking with me? She's rolling in somebody's poop. Good job, Dottie. And what do we have here? We have Plaza and Well. This 18-foot well was dug in 1871 to be used by travelers and freighters hauling goods along the Santa Fe Trail. The gazebo was reconstructed in '62 from photographs. So certainly looks 60 years old plus. And this was the well. And it still goes down there. Hello? A little bit of an echo. Yeah, that wasn't the echo, that was Sally. Oh, and someone is doing some business all of a sudden. But we have the ability to clean up after. And we did it. We did it, Dottie. Hopefully we can find a trash can somewhere. And there was a wire right across here you may want to watch for. That might have hurt if I were going fast. I don't know whether this is a residence or what. It doesn't mark anything, but I'm going to steer clear of it. And this, if I'm correct, is probably the grave sites of Lucian and his family. And there they are.
But I'm only seeing two.
So let's face it, we're all going to end up exactly like this sooner or later. And there they are.
Still pretty legible.
This looks like maybe the modern day equivalent of the well. So back on that walking tour, Dottie decided she'd had enough. And so here we pick up where we took a little side trip to drive through Red River, and this is what Red River looks like. This is Red River, quaint little town, nestled in the mountains.
Red River Distillery.
And coming up on the left here is the only restaurant here that I've eaten in. And a hamburger.
White Place. Hotel Ryland.
Yeah, this looks like an expensive place.
Oh, there's the mother lode on the right.
Dairy bar on the left. That's where I stopped and ate a hamburger.
Oh.
Burgers, fries, and more.
Sounds
Looks
like
pretty
it'd be
crowded. It was pretty good. Texas Red Steakhouse. Now I'm going to think you pay a couple bucks for a steak at Texas Red's.
I would imagine.
There's a pizza place. Jeep tours. I bet the Jeep tours are probably pricey, but I bet they're pretty damn good.
I would imagine.
Lots of side-by-side rentals. Lots of restaurants.
And lots of lodging.
Now this was what, about, would you say 30 minutes from Eagle Nest? Or was it a little longer?
Probably about 45. I don't know.
Something like that. Cute little town.
Lifts West Condominium Hotel. So I guess you can buy a condo there and probably make a lot of money leasing it out during ski season.
A lot of places
Red
like
River Brewing Company. There you go, Sally. It's a
Well,
huge one.
Yep, and we already passed the distillery.
there's the Der Market food store.
Jarrow Market.
There's a pretty girl, and I told Sally about this horrible dream I had the other night.
Uh-huh.
I was out with a bunch of friends in a bar, and not that I was drinking or anything. We were in a bar, and at a table, there was a beautiful woman across from me, and I felt all this confidence. And she was a young woman, so I said something like, how do you feel about dating an older man? And her response was, I'm in high school. And I suddenly felt this horror and embarrassment. And I woke up and went, oh my God, thank God that was a dream. Look, Lost Hiker Deli.
Does that mean they're eating the lost hikers?
I guess so. Oh, yuck. I
With
wouldn't
some
go
fava
there.
beans and a good Chianti.
Yeah.
There's little Willies.
Lots of fishing places.
Left
There's a
over from
fly
the Lost
shop.
Hiker.
U Garden Asian cuisine.
Oh.
Gold
I
Hill.
think Jones
There's a
is
gym.
Asian.
Yeah, you don't find a lot of Asian here in New Mexico, do you?
No, you do not. I'm guessing I'm not going to find a lot in Kansas either.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah?
Kansas City.
I would think so.
Kansas City probably has a Chinatown.
There's a lot of Asian food
Yeah,
in
when I say
Oklahoma.
Asian,
So.
my first thought is Japanese.
Oh, well, Japanese food. Yeah, maybe not.
And that is Red River, and we're heading towards Taos. Look at the skid marks.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
had to slow down in a bit. Oh, and they hit this car over to the left.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Impact. 2 impacts.
That was a big impact.
Look,
At
2
least-
identical fifth wheels.
Yeah, well, at least one of those impacts must have had the impact.
It was the first one back there.
The one further back.
Yeah.
How bad was the front end of the truck?
Not very bad, I don't.
And it looks like it's probably commercial drivers transporting those.
Oh, no.
That could be,
Yeah.
yeah. Before or no?
Last year, we were all here.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
at
right.
Cimarron.
Yeah.
So, guys, I promised you a plethora of YouTubers, and I have not disappointed. We have Sally Forth, C-Dub's Journey,
Don't forget Kit.
Kit, yeah. Kit doesn't have their own channel. And we have Shalom on the Roam, and the amazing, talented, frugal RV gal doing the cooking. Look at those burgers. Burgers. Look at that. So we'll let you know how she does, but we already know. And there is a missing in action person here.
You gonna go chase her down?
Into the rig recording. No, I'd rather live.
I think that's.
I'd rather live to fight another day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll wait till she comes out.
Most definitely.
Okay. I promise there's one more YouTuber here. We're waiting.
I had to put on a belt today.
We're
There you
waiting.
go.
It's the only belt I own, but.
And there she is,
Hey.
author Debra Dickinson.
I like my second one.
Happy
Birthday to you.
me.
Happy birthday to
It's so
you.
wonderful you guys are here. Thank you.
66.
I know, Route 66.
Route 66.
Deborah's 66 on Route 66.
I am, are we on Route 66 now? That would be funny.
We're not quite on Route 66.
So this is the gang, and this is all I'm going to shoot because the rest of it's, we're going to have a little private time, non-YouTube time, right?
Whatever anybody
Maybe.
wants to do.
All right, guys. Hey, guys. So the day is done. We finished the party at Coyote Creek, and I had to go across the pass to Angel Fire, and then Eagle Nest, and then over to Cimarron to drop off Donna and Sally. And I am headed back to where I'm staying in Eagle Nest, and it's been close. I've been on the road on and off since it's 8:30 p.m. It's getting dark, and I hit the road at 10, so that's a lot of driving. You know, you can tell from the video. I went and picked them up here. We went through Eagle Nest and headed to Red River and did the big enchanted loop that goes from Eagle Nest around through Red River and Taos, and then back down into Angel Fire. We stopped there and bought some ice and some cheesecake, and then showed up at Deborah's across another pass at Coyote Creek and spent 2 or 3 hours with them. And that was a big, fun, long day. And I am glad, happy, grateful that you all came with me. I didn't prepare well for this last piece, so I'm hoping the microphones built into the camera are good enough. I didn't turn on my little Bluetooth mic. I think it'll probably be just fine, or if not, I can enhance it. But thank you for watching the video, and I will see you on the next one.